Do you have an inflatable with a frustrating, hard-to-find leak? Usually, I would suggest simply inflating the toy fully in a quiet space. Maybe shutting off the air conditioner or any fans and electronics nearby. I have found most leaks by carefully listening. However, sometimes a leak is too small or too slow to make audible sound. In that case, this video will show how I found the leak in my inflatable husky. I will show how I use the suds from soapy water to find the stubborn leak. To start, I use dish soap, warm water, and a large bowl to make suds. Poor Balto, he has gone completely flat. Clearly, to find a leak, I cannot start with a flat toy. I inflate Balto. The firmer I inflate the toy, the more obvious the leak will be, but I do not want to overdo it. With the husky toy now fully inflated, I begin searching for the leak. I agitate the soapy water to generate soap suds. Scooping a handful of the suds off the top of the water, I place it onto a seam of the inflatable. If I placed the suds on top of the leak, it would do one of two things. A fast leak would blow a hole straight through the suds, or a slow leak will cause bubbles of the soap suds to start inflating. I do not end up placing the suds on the leak first try, so I push the soap bubbles around to try finding the leak. I start with some of the biggest potential leak points. Negative curves, such as where the chin meets the neck, takes a lot of tension when inflated, so I check there first. Another spot to check is anywhere multiple seams come together. The seams come together in a Y shape on the chin. The bridge of the nose has two seams with negative curves as well. I check those next. I have had one of those two seams spring a leak in the past. I move on to checking the ears of this inflatable dog next. The ears are particularly problematic on this toy. The ears have a multitude of seams coming together. They are also welded onto the body of the toy through the paint. The ears have inverted pinch seams in which the manufacturer has welded through the vinyl's paint as well. Welding through paint is bad workmanship and designs should be made to avoid doing this. Despite past issues, the ears are leak-free today. After checking both ears, I move on to the tail of the inflatable. On the tail, the manufacturer has again welded through the surface layers of paint. This seam is problematic and has also sprung a leak here before. Yet, there does not appear to be a leak here this time. Finally, I move on to the last suspect spot, the leg joints. Here, the dark gray paint has been welded into the leg seam. Other than the paint contaminating the weld seam, the underside of a leg joint can be leak-prone due to the tension that can be generated here. Spreading the legs of the toy out will pry quite forcefully on this section of seam. Upon checking the second leg joint, I discover the culprit. There is a tiny pinhole leak along the seam. I switch to a closer camera to give a better view. The slow leak is causing bubbles to inflate where the air is escaping. Hopefully that is the only leak. If I had not found the leak so quickly, I would have proceeded to inspect every seam with the soapy water, and eventually soaping up the whole inflatable. Please let me know if these tips help you find a leak. Like this video if you found it informative. If you have any questions or suggestions, please comment below. And of course, subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.